Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen and channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I make my milk bread, and let's get started. I have here in a bowl sugar, brown sugar, and I'm going to add my warm milk to this because it is a milk bread. And to that I'll be adding my yeast. We gotta get all that yeast out from whatever bowl you put it in. You're going to give this a whisk or a mix with a fork or a whisk, and we're going to leave this until it poofs up, and then I'm going to show you the next step here with the flour, the kneading of the flour. I have butter, I have brown sugar, this is my butter, my brown sugar, and I have my salt, and I have my flour here in the bowl. So make sure all your yeast is dissolved out and all your sugar is dissolved out. And we're going to cover this and let it poof up a little bit, and then we'll get started on the next step. So just cover it with a plate so that you can see through when it's poofing, or you can watch at the side of your bowl and you'll see when it's doubling in size, and I'll show you the next steps. So moving on to the next step, it has gotten foamy. So let me show you. It has gotten foamy, and this is exactly what you're looking for. So let's move on to the next step into putting this dough together. Now I have here a spatula. I'm going to mix this with a spatula just for it to come together, and then I'll put my hands in this. So the next step, we're going to add our sugar, our butter, and of course our foamy mixture or foamy yeast mixture. Just make sure, give it that mix, and in goes our milk yeast mixture, and we're going to mix this. Now the amount of flour it has in here, we're going to add all our liquid, and in the end, if we need a little extra flour, then we're going to put it in, but we're going to start up with this amount of flour, which is 3.5 cups. And we're going to give this a mix. We're going to add our salt last here and give this a mix just to get it together, because when you're using milk and flour, the consistency tends to get sticky. So you can use a spatula or a spoon, a wooden spoon of course, to mix it, just to incorporate everything until it comes together. Then we can put our hands in there and play with our dough or knead our dough. So now that everything has come together, I am going to get my hands in the air and feel that consistency. So it's not bad. And we're going to get in there to knead this. We're going to have a little extra water at the side We're just going to knead it until it comes together, starting to look like a dough ball. So you're going to dip your hands in that water and just pat it, just to give it that moisture, and knead it. Give it a little moisture again. Because we don't want the dough too soft. Form it into that dough ball. We're going to set this aside, cover it with a plastic wrap and a kitchen towel until it has doubled in size for about an hour and a half, and then I'll show you the next step. So our dough is ready for the next step. As you can see, it has risen. Now it's only 3.5 cups of flour, so it's not going to be full on the bowl. So we're going to turn it out here on the kitchen countertop. We're going to dust it with some flour. We're going to knead it back. Till it gets smooth. We're going to sprinkle with flour. So I'm going to knead this until it gets smooth, where I can separate it out and show you guys. When it gets smooth, it's going to be like this. And you're just going to rest it on top here and cover it back with your plastic wrap. There's a little butter here, so I'm just going to rub it against it. You can take a little bit more butter and just put it on it. It's just to keep it on the softy side. And this will help it from not drying out. So we're just going to leave it here just for it to set a little bit again, and then I'll show you the next step. So after resting until it has doubled again, this is what you would look at. You remove your plastic wrap and have your extra flour so that you can dust with. Sprinkle your flour and slightly or gently squeeze it down. You don't have to knead it back because we already did that part. Dust your surface. Dust your rolling pin. Now you can go about this two ways. You can cut them and make them into smaller dough balls, but I'm going to show you a simple way as well, another simple way I should say. We're going to roll it out. Not too thin, not too thick, but roll it out as much as you can. Because I'm going to show you how to cut it and roll it. So now that it is all rolled out, you can measure it if you want. I am just going to eyeball it. We're going to cut it in the middle. And again, we're going to do it in strips. So I'm going to start with this end here. We're going to have our melted butter, and we're going to brush these before rolling them. Now if you want, you can do it in different flavorings. You can add parsley flakes to it, right, and or pepper flakes. It all depends on what you like. And we're going to roll it up. So this is one. Stretch it out, right? And that's it. You're gonna have your butter dish, and you're going to place them side by side until we're finished. So let me do the rest and I'll show you. And this is what it would look like after making those little doughs, or pillow doughs as I said, I call them. When you make your pillow doughs, you have to brush them with butter and cover them with a plastic wrap and that kitchen towel. Leave them to double in size again. Now it all depends on how you make it. You can double the recipe if you like. And I made some big, and I made some medium size, and I made 2 small ones. So you will see, to compare the size, these can be like little mini ones. And now after doubling, you brush them with that egg wash. This is just 1 egg. There's no water or milk to it. And you brush them gently, or once your brush is soft, you can brush them a little on the rough side. This is what is going to give it that nice golden brown color. You can skip this step and keep it all vegetarian. And if you like it on the golden brown side, you're gonna leave it. If you like it on the darker brown side, you're gonna leave it. It depends on how you like it, how brown you like it, and what color you like. This is going to go into the oven. I have my oven that's heating. It's going to go in 400, and I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'll let you know when it's done. So it's going to go straight into the oven. When it's all done, I now took it off out of the oven. So it's time to pass that butter on top of it. The butter is to keep it soft on top.